Hello and welcome to Torment, Tides of Numenera. So we are ready to head out into the Valley of Dead Heroes. It is the only quest we have. We managed to do every single quest in this area and sagas, and I had a lot of fun. Was definitely.
Absolutely.
I actually popped by the Circus Minor Market and bought some ciphers, and in the government square bought an armor. Look at me, Mage Wolverine. Ready to head out for whatever this is. Master Renio?
Want to know what was in that note I picked up from Worth? He's gone. Took the device I had him working on and left without saying where he was going. He told me I should take special care with my tattoos. Didn't say what he meant, though. Not sure if he meant I should make them stronger, or if it was because of how I got them, or...
Oh. I wanted to talk with Master Renio, but oh. Yeah, the Orta guy who was supposed to be in the Order of Truth, and he wasn't there. Alligator? Shakes his head. Not interested in talking about it. Don't ask. If you want to improve them, I'll help. Gaining control of your tools is crucial. He nods. Sure, you wouldn't want to hurt innocent bystanders, would you? We can work on those improvements later. That's fair enough. It's a good thing you mentioned that, Alligator. Alright. He turns from his observation of the laborers and asks, how may I assist you? I want to go to the Valley of the Dead Heroes. Can you take me there? Excellent timing, he says, bowing. My vessel will be departing shortly. Board at your leisure. I'm boarding. He leans in closer. I should also warn you that we won't be able to retrieve you from the valley. We never tarry there. Its energies are not good for our ship's engines. Oh, so just as I suspected, you can't come back. I'm ready. Let's depart. Not that it would have made a difference. I wanted to be done with this place. I heard that some quests in this game are timed, and we definitely saw that happen. Our murder investigation was a bit of a failure, because more people got murdered and murdered each day, and ultimately, we didn't get the murderer. I mean, like, I could have got the murderer if I went straight to the murderer, we got enough clues, but no, it was not enough. We were a bit late. We wanted one good night's sleep before that, and it just didn't work out. He smiles broadly, and the tension seems to drain from him. My favorite words. All here then? The wind is right for us. Let's sail, friends. He begins shouting commands to his crew, and they cast off the mooring lines. The airship pushes away from the spire, and the city of your birth falls away below you. Go! You guys just a regular guy in this universe? I would be an airship captain. I don't even care about being a mage. I would be just airship captain. Just fly an airship all the time. It would be awesome.
I'm making a note.
What note are you making? That our sweet airship is going away? Looks like it has rocks on it. Oh, hello there. You're meeting us? Klinkar. Even as he stalks toward you, for a moment it appears as if the man is unaware of your presence. He stops in front of you, rocking ever so gently. He stares right through you, murmuring under his breath, chanting or insane rambling. Draw closer and notice the scars he bears upon his face. Then his gaze matches yours, and suddenly he was silent. He sees you now. His eyes flicker across your face and pause on your tattoo. He bears the tattoo of Inifer and the Dendra father. Good or bad, we shall have to test them. Dendra father? That means the Dendra father? That means possibly some of the cast-offs are part of the Dendro Hur? Possibly the first one. He bows, his movements stiff and halting. Then, with blinding speed, his hand snakes out and brushes a speck of dust from your shirt. The hand is gone before you can react. I'm Klinkar, and these are my associates. You are in the Valley of Death Heroes. His jagged smile is rimmed with blood. 2 memorials. No. 2 memorialists have escaped us. You will find them. We need them. Whoa, I just got here! Are the memorialists part of the Memovira's crew? He mutters to you, Matkina. These are the followers of our brother Inifir. I don't know much about them, except that they believe in blood. Tread carefully. Wow, attack? Why do you want to find them? He hisses out a long exhalation of breath. We must open the endless gate. Find the missing memorialists. Endless gate? Are you the children of the endless gate? Do you know Kiatava from Saga's Cliffs? He looks at you suspiciously. I'm not familiar with her, though one of the brethren did come to us recently from Saga's Cliffs. Perhaps Motley will know. You can inquire of him in the necropolis as soon as you find our missing friends. But why must you open the endless gate? He smiles beatifically, exposing his bloody gums. It is what we are called to do, and who are we to disobey the call when it comes? It is power, power unending. What? I'm not gonna offer myself in place. Intimidation. There will be 3 fresh corpses here if you don't clear path. I'm gonna intimidate the shit out of you. Wow! He's good at intimidation. Oh, because intimidation is a strength based. Can you do it? 90%. Okay. I want you to do it. Adigan looks like the guy who would appreciate this opportunity. Success. He opens his mouth to speak, and his gaze lingers again on your tattoo. He closes his mouth quickly and raises his hands in the air. Stepping backward, he motions to his compatriots that they should do the same. He whispers to the other 2. He shares our Lord's tattoo. Do not harm him. So he's trouble. Modley will deal with him. Please forgive our presumption. We did not intend to offense. We did not intend offense. Okay. Please pass along. Yeah, get lost. Like, why do you try to get me do your dirty work? Whoa! Beltrax. Well, my friend, I have no idea why you're so generous with your time and your life, but your bravery is beyond reproach. I have some small familiarity with the weapons I carry, but I'd rather not try my prowess against 3 of them at once. And I vow to Ronos that I'd keep him safe. I do not know how it is that they left without doing you harm. Is there any chance you might tell me? Well, I scared the shit out of them. I'm cast of the Changing God. They saw my tattoo and did not want to do me harm. Well, I would rather not say that. I don't know, that's none of your concern. I gave them a good reason to seek their prey elsewhere. Ha! He laughs and runs his thumbs across his weapons. I have some experience with that, my friend. Well done. His companion is a slight nervous man in a hooded robe of blue and white. He bows. I'm sorry you had to face those cultists. We did and, well, He bows, a small tremble in his hand as he does so. I have a favor to request. Those cultists, the children of the Endless Gate, they have overrun the Valley of Dead Heroes. They slaughter the visitors. They hound us, the memorialists, and have brought horror to every corner of this ancient place. Please, you have shown your mettle in dealing with these murderers. I beg of you, please find a way to make them move on. I'll do it.
Making a note.
Can I just say I think about it? He sags with relief. Thank you, friend. The coming of the children it's been a relentless nightmare for us. I wish you the best of luck. I'm looking for the tomb of the first cast-off. I know where it is. Isn't that why you asked me to come along? We need to get the necropolis up along the cliff face. We'll have to use the minims to get up there. But it's easy enough. He bows nervously. And this is true. You must be strong or careful, though, or both. The children are vicious and unpredictable. So it looks like so far the peaceful approach was the non, but didn't lead to fight. But maybe as the game progresses, taking the peaceful approach will be harder and harder. Well, as expected, but I'm just saying compared to the aggressive approach, because sometimes you can leave a murderer alive, and he just keeps murdering people, but well, that's the peaceful approach. But is it the right thing to do? Probably not so much. Tell me about the Valley of the Dead Heroes. It has been a burial ground for the world for at least millions of years, yet, and he holds up a finger like a lecturer, yet we have uncovered no bodies in the valley itself. Oh no, despite all the memorials, obelisks, and urns above the ground, we have not been able to find evidence of a single body. Markers exist beyond counting. Some are in scripts we cannot understand, some are in materials we have never seen, but the bodies themselves lie in a great space beneath the ground. Above the ground, there is no sign of life. None at all, except that we bring with us. Tell me about yourself. My true name is Ronas Kaisul of the Memorialists. I came here from Sagus Cliffs to enter my beloved wife. That was over a decade ago. I remained there because I felt a close connection to the place, somehow. When I discovered the name of my true self, I knew this world is the afterlife, and the graves here are our own. I studied the world of the living, hoping to bring others to the enlightenment I reached. That's crazy. Fine. Tell me about the memorialists. We are ordinary people, really. People who understand the truth that this world is really the afterlife, and that the tombs here are our graves. We maintain the valley so that no name is forgotten, so that everyone can come here and remember that their true selves. Once all the tombs have been claimed, we shall see a glorious resurgence of humanity. Likewise, if we allow the names to be forgotten, devastation will sweep across the land. So you're kind of like a crazy caretaker? Believe that if you don't do your job, then the end times come? That's crazy. Whoa! I'm really checking out what's happening over there. Whatever. Camera.
Done.
That was weird. Anyway. Can we talk to Baltrax? These mooring posts are to keep ships from drifting off, or at least they were back when ships used to stop here.
All right.
No, we just jumped off. Baltrax? We talked early on, but... Hello again, friend. How long have the cultists been here? They came here to the valley recently, perhaps a month, perhaps only a week or two. Maybe some of them have been here for longer than that, I don't know. The children's arrival was slow and insidious. They didn't make the ruckus they're making now. And a few days ago, they just went berserk. Started abducting and slaughtering and, well, here we are. Oh, this is a recent development. That's interesting. Because arriving something... Yeah, this is just happening. So I'm really happy about that. What can you tell me about the valley? It's a vast graveyard of sorts. But you're not going to find any bodies here above ground. You'll need to get to the necropolis to find the real tombs. But to get there, you've got to use the minims, floating pools of light. And when you walk into one, you walk out its twin someplace else. The portals. Can you tell me any more about the minims? Not really. Just walk in one, walk out the other. They are the best way to get around the valley. The only way in most cases. Now tell me about yourself. This sounds embarrassing when I say it out loud, but I came here to meet up with a sorcerer to quest for a fabled magic board. I haven't met the sorcerer yet, but I did meet a memorialist. She told me about the work they do here, about this being the afterlife, that the names we bore in life are hidden in the valley, and the names are of the dead, who she called the truly living. I have to admit, that was about the most cark tripe I've ever heard. But she said something after. Shadows fall, where they will, as they will. Meaning, if we are shadows of the other lives, then, like shadows, we can't control what we are. That stuck with me. What if she's right? No, it's just crazy too. You were right the first time around. Just because it's confusing doesn't mean it makes sense. He plucks one of the lockets from his bandolier, pops it open, and reveals a glowing image of a woman. He regards her wistfully. What if she's still alive somewhere? What if this isn't life? If I'm just a shadow waiting to step into the light? What if she's there waiting for me? It's preposterous. I know, you look at it from the outside and it's... But think about it. This world is flat and cold and empty. He looks at the woman's image again. It feels right to believe there's another life. One that feels like living. Yes, but that doesn't make it true. Just because your life sucked doesn't mean you just can wish for another one. If anything, that doesn't improve your life. Not in the slightest. Maybe you should find life more enjoyable. He closes the locket. So I've been learning here. Ronos was my guide through the valley when those carcass came upon us. We crawled into a sepulchre behind those boards and well, you know the rest. That's all for now, actually. Farewell. Have fun hiding in the board. What is this? Wooden slats have been cobbled with ancient machine parts to create makeshift cargo pads. Though still functioning, they look like being cast aside and neglected. Yeah, that's exactly what I see from that. Whoa, what is this? Foul-smelling liquid pours out of these spouts to the rest of the valley far below. Its mist feels cool in the bright sun. So Allegrim wants to talk to me. Let's talk. While we are in the valley, I've got a place I'd like to visit. My village is a monument. I haven't been there for a while. I need to pay my respects. It's not far from here, so it's not really out of the way. I see what we can do. If you're here, might as well do that. Appreciate it. How are you holding up? As well as can be expected. What do you know about the valley anyway? Burial place for countless civilization. Not in the valley itself, but below it. My Aldea's memorial is here. Used to be peaceful, serene. A place where people could come and think for a spell. I've never been to the necropolis. Never really had any urge to see it. None of my dad left any remains anyway. Okay, let's move on.
One moment, and it's
What is this?
done.
Oh! The Valley of Dead Heroes. I like it here. There's absolutely no place we should avoid completely.
That is subtle enough. We will have to see what... We are full of suspense. Are you trying to hide something from me? No! Arthas says with a thick grin. Sweat gleams on his brow. I just like it here. Who wouldn't? I don't. He swallows hard. We didn't tell him to say that. His mind is pushing against ours. So he's getting controlled.
I'll remember that.
Every inch of this valley is packed with adventure. One of his hands comes up, trembling to cover his eyes. Interesting people, places to explore, like, he trails off, biting his lip. We should explore all of it, even the alcoves. I'm not afraid of any of it. Stop shouting at me. We don't want him to go back to the alcove. We are using clever manipulation. To the alcove? Go back to the alcove? So he was probably controlled here. It would be definitely interesting to see what the other companions do. Possibly this game needs to be replayed for that to happen. Why are you trying to manipulate me, Arthas? Are you alright? Let's go with the first one. He rocks backwards on his feet, almost as if your words have struck him with a blow. His eyes fill with desperate tears. I'm not, please! I'm not! Help me! What is happening? Let us direct him. No! His glow returns and he sinks into it, gratefully smiling. I don't even know what the word means. I'm fine. Everything is fine. Forget I said anything. But his gaze slipped from yours to fix on empty air. On the empty air. Where's the alcove you mentioned? The easy smile falls from Arthas' face. He looks away. I wasn't talking about any alcove, just alcoves in general. In the Valley of Dead Heroes, I'm not frightened of them. Blinking rapidly, he gives you a fierce look. I'm not! I'm still looking for that alcove of yours. It's not mine! And actually, I don't know what you're talking about. I have some questions about you. I'm not surprised. He says pleased. I'm incredibly interesting. What do you want to know? I don't think I've ever seen you sleep. I close my eyes sometimes, he says, blinking. He gasps and points at the offending lids urgently. Did you see that? I did again. That does it. He forces both eyes wide with the pads of his thumbs. No, I'll never miss a chance for adventure. You need your rest, Arthas. I rest, he protests, thumbs slipping from his eyes in shock. I'm resting right now. I'm not fighting or leaping or singing or anything. Can you tell me anything about the voices I keep hearing on your head? If you're hearing voices, that sounds like your problem, not mine. Let's talk about something else. What do you know about the Valley of the Dead Heroes? Well, it's full of dead people, he says, concentrating. I think that's somewhere in the name. He stares around. On second thought, I didn't die here, so maybe the name is wrong. I just, grimacing, he holds his head. I remember someone sleeping here, in an alcove. He sighs, smiling in relief. And then I woke up, and I never saw the alcove again. The end. The hero is talking about our prison again. Whose idea was it to remind him? Yours. Why didn't you stop us? So multiple voices in his head. Let's talk about another time. We need to look for an alcove.
It's a plan.
Uh-oh, what is this? So, bunch of portals. What is this place? Dark Minim, lower. Airship, Koi.
Action! Here I
Uh-oh.
come!
It looks like this place is just... What is this? This doesn't
Yes.
have a play... This doesn't say where it goes. A patch of darkness hangs before you, like a black spot on your retina, except it doesn't move when you move your eyes. Looking into it is like looking into an abandoned cave. No breeze or sound or shadows stir within it, and its edges are slowly disintegrating. Or natural. Try to determine the nature of the darkness. Oh, I'm pretty good at this. Though you have never seen one before, you are pretty sure this is a living thing. The name Minim comes to your mind. Minim are usually paired with another of their kind, and it's possible to travel from one to the other through the void that connects them. This one, however, seems to be dying, and the void with it has no other exit, as if it had lost its mate. You also notice that the disintegrating edges of the darkness are blowing away, like ash or pollen. You can actually catch the flecks of darkness in your hand, but they dissolve away like black snow almost immediately. When you move closer, however, you accidentally breathe in several of the flecks. You stay very still for a few moments, listening to your body, but nothing seems to have changed in you, neither good nor bad. Probably the flecks dissipated in your lungs just as quickly. Step into the darkness. The darkness surrounds you. You are whipped by it as if by a wind. It is a swirling vortex that with no way ahead and no way back. The opening you pass through has vanished into utter blackness. A hail of tiny objects batters you in the dark, thrown by the wind. Rocks or bones or dirt, you cannot tell. And something large and sharp slams into you, and you wrestle with it for a moment before realizing it is a skeleton, though not human. As you try to shrug it off, you feel an object in its hand. You pry it free, and the skeleton falls past you. Then the wind lofts you toward a bright spot in the darkness, and you tumble back out of the opening you entered, clutching the stolen object in your hand. I think that was enough. Stem? Wow, really? Non-combat tasks? That's pretty good. Step away from the darkness. So, better use portals that have an exit.
On it.
Now, I would prefer to just explore this place before we start going into the portals.
Look
Get
out
him up here.
below!
Maybe
Above!
these
Sideways!
animal statue?
All right.
Blob of Free. Whoa! The symbol is painted everywhere, so much so that the air is thick with the coppery scent of blood, both dry and fresh. But not catching Kiatawa will be interesting as well, because I suspect that we will have the chance to meet her here.
Yes.
At least somewhere
Now.
here. Okay. What is
Yes.
this? Cat statue. Rising before you is a tall, tapering obelisk crowned with the carved stone head of some elegant, sharp-eared animal with 6 eyes. Wrapping around the obelisk are bands of engraved hieroglyphs. Examine the stone head. The carved head mounted on top of the obelisk stares out into the distance, its eyes empty and mournful. Examine the hieroglyphs. Except for 4 stylized depictions of the same sharp-eared animal that tops the obelisk, the pictograms make no sense to you. Examine the base of the obelisk. The base of the obelisk is smooth, untouched by any weathered or other troubles that seem to have eroded much of the other ruins in this place. It sits in a pool of acrid liquid. The liquid smells foul and caustic, but the obelisk appears undamaged. It's unclear how much more of the obelisk lies beneath the pool. The statue's head seems to move until its eyes stare directly into yours. They are still mournful but no longer empty. Faint, beckoning glimmer shines within. You turn to your companions, but they don't seem to notice that anything strange has happened. Look into the statue's eyes. A wave of dizziness overcomes you as you gaze into the statue's eyes. You are no longer facing the obelisk, indeed. You are no longer human. Tail of the dead lack in your mouth drags along the ground as you creep through the dense foliage to the temple. You peek out through the Gandu fronds and see the old monk, Nimu, shucking cow pods on the weathered steps. You pad out to greet him, and he grins toothlessly at the sight of you. "There she is," he says, chuckling. "There's my brave hunter, and with a gift. How thoughtful." You drop the lack at his feet and arc your back as he strokes your fur and adjusts your collar. "But your work isn't done, sweet girl. There's lasks. Apparently, there's lasks aplenty in the grain room. Bring me a dozen more before I finish these howls, and I'll give you your favorite nibble." Dozen lax is nothing to a hunter of your skill. You pad off to the granary, ready for battle. The obelisk reappears, and you realize your joy was remembered only. Look into the statue's eyes and see what else it has to show you. Another wave of dizziness overcomes you as you succumb to the statue's memories. You watch from the undergrowth, terrified, as the followers of the bird god pull down the stone statues of the great ones and chase the monks from the burning temple. "Heathen!" cries their leader. "Worshippers of all gods! Kill them all!" A birdman sees you. He shrieks, "A satyr! We must kill it! The monks hide their souls in the little beasts. If we don't wipe them all out, the monks will return, as strong as ever." You turn and bound into the jungle as a mob of angry men crashing after you. The obelisk fills your vision again. Satyr. So that's what this creature is called. Let's see what else it can show us. You watch from a low branch as grave robbers stare up the stones of the ruined temple's nave, looking for the old catacombs. Their leader sits on the stone head of a fallen statue, petting it and stroking its pointed ears. He laughs. "This is what the old monks worshipped before the Jarudi wiped them out. Prince of the Saturi. They say his big ears hear all the secrets ever were whispered within earshot of any of those six-sided pests." You hiss at the insult. He looks up. "Hoy! There's one now. Hasn't been a monk alive around here to tame a Saturi in 100 years. He chirps at you. "Come here, little one. Let me see at the jeweled collar of yours. Won't you? Looks like lovely workmanship." You give him a disdainful look and climb further up the tree as the obelisk returns. The memory fades and the obelisk returns. Okay, let's see what else. You watch from under a Gandu bush as a father and a mother drop double armloads of springwood in the middle of the temple ruins, then sit and mop their brows as their 3 children begin stripping the stalks of their bark. "Planet to build with, here at last," says the father. "And we'll need all we can get. Without a perimeter fence to keep out the bowls, and the skull hounds will be dead in a week." He sounds awfully chipper. "What about the legs?" one of the children cries. "Haha! Pray to Coney, daughter. Maybe he'll send one of his servants for us. He's the prince of all Saturi, you know." Your ears pick up. At last, you are wanted. It's time to hunt.
I'm ready to learn something new.
The eyes of the statue fade, though they do not go out entirely, as though it has divested itself of a responsibility. Why did so remain a mystery? Okay. Okay, fine. Stories of a cat. Unclear where to go?
All right.
Well, I suppose. Oh, can we go up? They really love that symbol over here. Can we go that way? No, we cannot.
All right.
Phoenix. Whoa, what are you doing?
Ready.
Can I?
Whatever.
I just tried to click on it. This 5-meter long black slab of basalt, or perhaps obsidian, has been smoothed by age. Stone statue holds the slab at angle, lifting it to the sky, or he is lowering it. It's impossible to determine whether the incline is real or if you imagine it. At the top end you can see a window into another reality, a portal wide enough to step through. On the other side is what looks like a harsh and angular world. Examine the slab. It seems perfectly smooth. Some loving hand has polished it to a mirror gloss, though distortions beneath its surface change your appearance with every slight movement. As you lean in to examine it, your reflection appears unspeakably beautiful. A few centimeters closer and becomes a shrieking horror. This close you can feel a dense psionic weight around the obelisk, as if a culture's hopes and expectation had been packed into a single solid form. The thought of meeting those expectations and ascending the incline is daunting. Examine the statue as well. It's a grey statue of a robed man with an ornate warhammer strapped to his back, holding the obelisk aloft or settling it down gently with his muscular arms. He exudes a fierce determination, as if he were using every quantum of energy in raising or lowering the great slab. A sign has been added to his back, a childish scroll that reads, "The Saint of Proverbs." You can hear something, the faint whisper of human thought. You can make out what it's saying, but it feels like it's coming from the statue itself. Speak to the statue. Are you raising the slab or lowering it? I gotta know, okay? The statue does not answer you. Perhaps it cannot answer you. Climb the slope to the portal. The slab is nearly frictionless, and you find it almost impossible to gain any sort of traction. But as you press your fingers into its surface, you can feel it melting slightly at your touch. You pull yourself slowly upward on your belly, inch by inch, fingers beginning to bleed. You have just reached the 3-meter mark when the glistening rock begins to shake. You release your grip and slide to the ground, all your progress lost in a moment. A voice cries out in mortal terror, and the man here crashes to the ground with a thunderous roar. A great plume of dust rises in the air. Damn. I'm sorry, guys. When the dust settles, the portal has vanished. You can barely make out the fingers of a hand protruding from beneath the rock, holding a scrap of grey fabric that looks almost like a mask. The fingers twitch once, twice, and are still. A trickle of dark fluid dribbles out in a thin stream. Examine the hand. It is grey, the color of stone, leached of life. It has no other distinguishing characteristics. None, that is. But the strip of grey fabric dangling from the fingertips. It is a mask of strange design, with lenses over the eye holes. Take the mask. As you pick up the mask, its ashen gaze is fixed on you. The grey fabric feels like flesh, slab of wet meat draped across your fingers. A whisper curses your mind. Prosper. You feel an unconscious revulsion, and then you turn away from the fallen slab. What is this? Face that never remembered. A face sculpted from soft grey material gazes through and beyond from the ashen sockets. The mask affixes to your face with almost lifelike eagerness. It is clammy, moist to the touch. Viewed through its lens, the world takes on a nightmarish aspect. Most mundane objects twist with strange new angles. Familiar faces, those of your most trusted friends, companions, contort in ways they never should. In the contours of your eyes, misshapen monstrosities lurk and stagger across impossible landscapes. The effects are subtle at first, but the longer you wear the mask, the more horrifying the visions. What enlightenment or madness awaits one with the courage to wear it for long enough?
It's a plan.
I wouldn't really call it courage. If there's a mask that makes you crazy. Oh, what? That's a quest item. Body over here.
All right.
Of course, it's here, Natty. Just, we've been over this. Here's the only place that counts. Huh? You said the same thing 5 minutes ago. What? Oh, this might be a thing for Calistige. Colo? Distracted, disturbed, the cultist mutters a reply to a question you did not hear. He barks aloud to a quip that was not told. Indeed, he seems only loosely aware of anyone else's presence. He brings a cleaver down just inches from the other's hand. Oh. I missed what he was thinking. Said something about beautiful, but I didn't read it. Damn. Will you watch what you're doing? You nearly severed my arm instead of his. The air around him becomes hazy as he smiles. Sorry, I didn't catch that. Too much going on. Perfect, beautiful, free in every world. That's what he was thinking. The two cultists break off their conversation as they notice you. The man, big, raw-boned, and unsettlingly unfocused, steps over the corpse they've been hacking up and raises his butcher knife. You again? He says, glaring at you. And without that crazy redhead this time, good. You haven't got a chance without her. What? Have you met before? He sneers. Fought you 3 times so far walking through here. Twice that redhead did for me, but I still put my knife in your neck in every stream. Whichever way it goes, you're done. What redhead are you talking about? Is it Calistige? The one like me. Stopped 2 of my lines so far. He grins. But she's not in this one, is she? Calistige, that was her name. You can see into other realities? I see everywhere, meatbag, everywhere. I don't want to fight you. Ha! And you shouldn't have stumbled past me. She allows herself a wolfy smile. Matkina. This is tiresome. Are you going to keep yapping at us, or are you going to put that blade to use? Cultist turns to her companion. Colo? Do I survive this? It's easy for you, but me? I've only got the 1 life. Fine, fine. We'll let them go. Snarls at you. But this valley is the third of the Children of the Endless Gate. You pass here at our pleasure. Thanks, Colo. Shut up! What a jerk. Can we talk with him? Get away from us. Natalie? Just stay out of our way. Wow, they really love these symbols. Can we go up? Looks like there's a... What? I don't know how we get up here. Unreachable.
Fine.
Damn. That's a good question. So we can't go there. We have 2 portals. Lower. Oh, Let's just teleport there.
It's a plan.
Can we run up in the back? Looks like it.
Done.
Done. Alright, but I believe this is a good time to take a break. So, Nano Wolverine. And take rest. Or not take rest, because we don't need rest actually. But wow, these symbols are bloody everywhere. And they are actually bloody as well. So, this is... Okay, so... That's it, guys. Hope you had fun. Tell me if you did. And see you around. And have a good one.